Hi, I'm Katie Stamps, Preservation Planner for the City of Huntsville, and I'd like to share some fascinating history with you about one of Huntsville's most iconic landmarks, the Huntsville Depot. Built in 1860, the Huntsville Depot is one of Alabama's oldest railroad depots and also one of the oldest in the United States. The depot was listed to the National Register of Historic Places in 1971 and the Alabama Register of Landmarks and Heritage in 2002. Even though the depot has not been an active passenger or freight station for many years, there are several locomotives located on the depot grounds. The gabled roof features projecting eaves and brackets as well as decorative brickwork. The building features arch windows, and at each gable end there's a circular window in the top of the gable. You'll also notice quarter circle windows at each gable end that serve as ventilation. The Huntsville Depot has a preservation easement on the exterior of the building that was signed between the City of Huntsville and the Alabama Historical Commission. Preservation easement talks about making sure that we preserve the building, not make exterior changes or even repairs without consulting with the Alabama Historical Commission. The Huntsville Depot served as the eastern headquarters for the Memphis to Charleston Railroad, which was the most important rail line in the South. Connecting the Mississippi River at Memphis to the Atlantic Ocean in Charleston, the Memphis to Charleston Railroad was an essential part of bringing commercial development to North Alabama. Before the railroad arrived, North Alabama farmers and merchants lost a lot of cargo in the mussel shoals of the Tennessee River. So Huntsville citizens were really interested in having the railroad stop in the city. The citizens of Huntsville were determined to have the railroad come through their city. By 1849, they had raised $50,000, and within a year, the Memphis to Charleston Railroad decided to stop here in Huntsville. Work began on the railroad in 1852, and by 1855, the first train had rolled into a temporary depot. Between 1856 and 1859, the freight depot, engine house, machine shop, and 2 car shops were constructed. By 1860, the historic depot was completed. The Memphis to Charleston Railroad didn't cease operations during the Civil War, it just changed hands several times. Due to its strategic location, the depot was captured by Union troops in 1862. By controlling the railroad's eastern headquarters, they were able to cut off the east-west artery of the Confederacy. During the Union occupation, many of Huntsville's homes, businesses, and churches were used as staging grounds for the Union troops. The depot served as a base for Union troops' supplies serving the Western theater of the war. During this time, the Union troops captured around 200 Confederate soldiers. The depot was used as a prison for some of those soldiers, 2 of which escaped, but the rest of them were transported up to Ohio. Some of their graffiti is visible on the walls behind protective coverings, and that's a feature that we definitely want to preserve. From 1912 to 1971, there were no major structural changes, so the second and third floors have retained their original floor plans for the most part since 1860. The depot's interior remained mostly unchanged from when it was constructed until the Southern Railway System did an interior renovation of the first floor in 1912. At that time, partitions were added and electric lights were installed. The first floor featured large waiting rooms for men and women, as well as a ticket office, engineer and conductor's rooms, and baggage rooms. The second floor featured offices for the superintendent, treasurer, secretary, and other officers for the railroad. Those offices came with fireproof vaults, and the third floor was used as sleeping areas for the officers and other staff within the railroad. In 1950, Dr. Werner von Braun and his team of German rocket scientists arrived in Huntsville at this very depot. They went on to create the nation's space program. The city understands that the Huntsville Depot is a treasure to our city, and we want to make sure that the public knows that we will be preserving the building, and we're looking forward to working with the public and collaborating on envisioning its next chapter.